Man, you posted a thing a month ago.
What thing? Where?
In hypothetical, you posted, hypothetically, Rogue is the worst. He also is actually the worst.
When did I post that? Where did I post
Like
that?
a month ago, in one of the Roll20 topics.
Oh, man.
Also, Roll20
Hello.
just crashed Firefox. Let's try that again.
Hello, Viscardus.
Hi, Visc.
Hello.
With Brutus.
Is Brutus not going to come at all, or?
I don't know. He might be busy.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab something and drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Why are you so mad?
Gone longer than he said.
Why are you so mad right now, Vis? Vis, why are you not reading Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality right now?
Because I'm an irrational person, Julia.
Listen, it's the best worst thing I've read and then listened to because someone did an audiobook version of it. So I don't have to read it.
Oh wow. Is it like a serious audiobook version?
Yeah.
Someone who likes it?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
back.
It's really good.
We were worried about you. You've been gone so long.
Okay.
I said I'd be back for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and it was like 10.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm bad at keeping my promises.
It's true.
True story. Yeah, Julia, I can't be rational, you see, because rational people read the rule books to RPGs and then never play them. And I'm clearly playing an RPG right now, so.
Are you talking about the thing I posted from the Harry Potter thing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Based on what I've read from that, like, oh my god, there are parts of it where it honestly seems like he's making fun of, like he's being satirical.
Yeah, no, there's parts where he's being obviously satirical, like any part that mentions Dumbledore, because Dumbledore's like, no, this story has to go this way.
Yeah, but I mean, even about, like, there are parts where it looks like he's being satirical about his own ideas that he's espousing.
No, I think he's deadly serious about them. Like I said, it would actually be good if, one, you got rid of the Dumbledore shit and just played that seriously, and two, the guy did not like suck out all the fun of trying to science magic by like overly explaining everything, like quantum mechanics. Then it would just be like a bad dumb fan fiction that is ironically good. Instead, it's exhausting.
Makes sense.
Okay, are you guys ready to play a game?
Is that why we're here? I don't know. I'm not really.
No, I mean, we could just talk about Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality.
Yeah, that sounds like a better.
Well, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is the part that you quoted before because that's the only part I can remember off the top of my head.
Bro, what's your favorite part of Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality?
My favorite part is where he starts talking about Feynman's shit about physics in the first chapter, because I've only seen the part that was posted in the Let's Read.
Okay. I don't want to spoil anything, but at one point he gets a time turner and he realizes that it's basically a time machine, and he fucks around with time, and that part's legitimately funny / good.
Well, the idea of a time turner, like, being used for such trivial purposes as it is kind of...
Yeah, no, that part is legitimately good because, like...
One thing I really liked in, the actual Prisoners of Azkaban was they're concerned about running out of time and don't apparently realize that they could just set back time again.
Yep. But no, he's like, his reaction to it is like, wait, you're giving me a time machine because I have trouble sleeping? Is there any protection for this time machine? And McGonagall's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, what if it fucking breaks? It's like, we've never thought of encasing it in something so it doesn't break. Good idea. So, that part is actually funny / good. Anyways, I guess we should start playing, right? Alright, so...
I hope that was all recorded so that people can hear about how much Sheol likes Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationale.
Yeah, it's the best bad fan fiction I have ever listened to, because I stopped reading it because my eyes would glaze over at, all the physics talk. Anyways, last time, you guys... What did you guys do? You went to Tanaka and picked up some stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Among the stuff we picked up was 21 stress or whatever.
Yeah, you picked up some insanity.
Yeah.
So, I guess we should deal with psychology rolls and stuff. Would you guys like to do that first?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, well, this is Artemis downtiming, or what?
I guess so, yeah.
Well, how much stress does she have?
21.
No, she's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess she will. That makes sense, yeah.
How long is she downtiming for?
How much time does she have?
How much time would it take to get rid of 21 stress? How much does downtime get away? It's one for every 4 hours?
One for every 4 hours, yeah. So she's not going to do that thing again where she goes into downtime for days and nobody knows where she is.
Oh, why not? That's fucking great.
No, she'll just,
So it takes every 4 hours. It takes 5 days or something like that.
Yeah,
something
maybe she'll just spend a day in downtime.
All right, so that's 24 hours.
Yeah, so that's losing six stress.
All right, so you go into a coma for a day. You basically get back. You turn over the stuff to Arroway, and then you go to your house or whatever you have on New Wrexham, I believe is what we named it.
Yes,
and then you pass out. And then when you wake up, Dragon Cat is...
Oh, fuck,
Wait, we brought a Dragon Cat to New Wrexham? That's amazing.
Dragon
Forgot
Cat.
about Dragon Cat. Oh
I know you did. I know you did. Dragon Cat is looking at you. And at the foot of your bed is a pile of dead things that he, she, whatever. You can decide what gender it is because you basically made it.
I think it's a guy.
Okay, so he is basically caught and brought his gifts. And he says, I thought you were dead.
I wasn't dead.
There's a shit ton of rat-like analogs for whatever, place rats or mice fill on this planet. So there's a lot of dead Xeno life, just at the foot of your bed. He's like, I brought you gifts.
Oh, thanks. But I appreciate the thought, but I don't really eat these.
Okay. And then he starts eating them.
Okay. Have fun with that.
Okay. Okay, so you notice that one of the things he brought back is one of your weird little creatures.
Oh.
That you made.
Wow. Okay. Wait, was it one of the ones I own?
No.
Okay,
do you want to look at it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
It's sort of like the ones you made, except apparently someone made it so it can reproduce.
Oh, geez, that's not good.
Yeah. I found this. Do you want it?
I actually do want this.
Okay, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
No.
Give it.
You asked if I wanted it.
Yeah, now I want it.
No, Dragon Cat. This is mine.
No, it's mine. I caught it.
You said it was a gift. You can't take back a gift.
I can, because I gave it to you.
No, that's not how gifts work. You need
Yes.
to learn more about how gifts work in this culture.
No, give me. It starts flying around your head. Give it. Give me.
No,
Give me.
Dragon Cat, I need it, okay? I'll give you something else. I'll trade you for it.
Okay, what do you have?
What do you want? I'll buy you something.
Oh, okay. This is. I need to look on the mesh. I'll be back. And it goes and flies up to a bookshelf and curls up.
Okay.
Can I have your credit card account number?
No.
Please?
No.
Okay. What about now?
No.
Alright. It stops bothering you. Okay, what do you want to do with the thing that you have, the dead thing in your hands?
I need to examine it.
Okay.
Do some.
You would have to go to the gate facility where you are the head researcher or whatever position.
Okay, I will do that then.
Okay, you go there. People are looking at you because how are you carrying a dead, weird animal?
Well, I'm not carrying it in my hands.
Okay.
I'll just put it in a box or something.
Everyone's like, what's in the box, Dr. Artemis?
Just some materials for analysis.
Did you check them in with when you came through the gate, or are they from?
They're not from the other side of the gate.
Oh, so they're from this planet?
It's a biologically engineered organism.
Oh, one of those things you made. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you need to study it?
Okay, who am I talking to exactly?
Just like one of your assistants.
Okay. Just because it seems like someone has made some modifications, and I just need to check it out.
Oh, okay, whatever. You don't need to get all mad.
I'm not mad.
Don't. Just because Dragon Cat's bothering you doesn't mean you have to get mad at me. Anyways.
I'm mad. Why?
Anyways, that person like walks away to let you get to work. What do you want to do?
I want to just look at it, see what I can figure out about the modification.
Yeah, someone made it so that they have genders and therefore can reproduce.
How many genders?
2 to start out with.
Okay.
Wow. Gender binaryism.
Yeah, I'm cis-sexist.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and that's all I can find. Can I find any hints as to who might have done this?
You can roll. Do you have biology or whatever?
I have Is it biology or xenobiology for this?
Biology.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Because you know that, gene hackers sign their work using, human genes. So.
Okay.
That's something DNA and I told you.
Biology. Okay. Nice.
Okay, 100. Yeah, it looks like original version was made by DNA and so that makes sense that her signature would be there. But yeah, some other guy or gal or whatever signed it as an add-on type deal, the specific genes that deal with actually them having genders has been signed. You'd have
modder, basically.
Yeah, a modder, because Diana is like an Argonaut, and even though she said she wanted to do anything like cellular whatever's, people presumably have also gotten them and then modified them.
Yeah.
She doesn't really care.
Okay. So what's the signature I find?
How much do you know about gene hackers?
Not a lot, but presumably Deanna does, so I can just figure out what it is and ask her about it. Oh God, no, no.
No, it's too late. It's already been said. It's now Ubik. So you're gonna talk to. You go through the gate to Pandora where Deanna is, and she says, "What's up?"
Hey, I just I found one of these. It's our mouse, and someone seems to have modified it to allow it to reproduce. I'm a little concerned about this. I just wanted to try to maybe talk to the person who did this.
Okay, do you have their gene signature?
Yeah, I do. I was hoping you could identify it for me.
All right. She looks at it. She goes, okay, this looks like a small-time guy. And he doesn't really have a good, like, handle because he's kind of stupid. He goes by and she just, like, sighs. He goes by Gene, you know, as in, like, the name Gene, but also, he's really dumb. Do you really want to talk to him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should be a little concerned because we didn't really want these things to be able to reproduce.
Yeah. I mean, they were not originally equipped to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it could be kind of problematic.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I think you can find him on the Stars Our Destination. Last time I checked, he was hanging out with those guys. Scum. Kind of travels around.
Okay, going back there. I see.
Yeah. I mean, you also did sell them. But you don't remember that! Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah. Stars Are... Yeah, I think he's bumming around with them. Like, he doesn't do his own original work. So, like, he mostly does gene hacking for, like, swarm cats, but...
Swarm cats?
Yeah. Like,
the pieces are all coming together. They're all falling into place.
Yeah, he does work for them, and his stuff's kind of garbage. It's, like, derivative of other gene hackers. Like, he's never had an original idea in his life. So, I don't know.
Do you think he would be able to make a dragon cat?
No. It sounds like complex.
Okay.
Why? Did you want a dragon cat?
No, I have one.
Oh,
I'm not 100% sure how I got it though.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
It's a long story.
Okay, so you're gonna go to Start Their Destination. We'll handle that in a second. Adrian.
Yes.
You're chilling out on New Wrexham when you get a message. You're the only one on duty at the time. Like, you're the senior staff on duty. Ethan's not around. He's busy being Ethan or whatever.
He's watching the Dragons play football.
Okay. And Artemis has gone to Pandora to apparently hunt down something to do with genetics or whatever. So you're the first to get the message from Maggie that she has a contingency in the city. And she says, I would be interested in sending a new representative to the embassy or whatever we're calling it now. But I thought I should warn you before I send a new person. Is that fine?
I'll quickly confer with my colleagues, but I'm pretty sure it will be,
Okay. I believe you already know her. Her name is...
Oh, is it my friend?
It's, Sunan? What did I name her? I actually have to look this up. It's been a while.
Wait, Sunan?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But it's Visk's not friend.
No,
yeah.
Rogue. Do you not remember who Sunan is?
Sunan Methrome.
Not good at names, Visk.
Okay, well, it's not important.
Oh my god. Like, you don't remember me?
Right.
Yeah, her name, she recently came to us.
Okay, well, no, we can't accept her. She's banned from this section of the city.
She is? What did she do?
Stalking.
Oh, I will have to have a talk with her about that. I was not aware of who did she stalk. That's abnormal and deviant behavior.
Me.
Oh, I am so sorry. Can I get back to you? I believe she owes you an apology. I'll make sure she sends you one.
Please don't.
Well,
Did you drive her to joining a mind controlling cult, Rogue? You're a terrible person.
She was a new media blogger. I'm pretty sure she was already in that business.
Alright, a little bit later, you get a message from XenoPharma. It's a video XP.
Okay.
Do you open it, or do you just throw it away?
No. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, what do you do?
I'll save an archive of it.
Okay. Yeah, so, you're kind of chilling out.
I suppose I'll have my muse watch it and tell me if there's anything in it that I should watch.
She just apologizes, boss. She said she's sorry and that she was mentally deviant, but she has learned to control that side of her. And that she hopes that one day she can earn her way back into New Wrexham. I don't know. Sounds like the usual apology stuff.
Yeah, but has she given up supporting Tackleford?
She's also interested if she could use the gates to get home instead of taking the long journey through
the gate at the other colony?
Yeah, no, it would take a while. It would cost more than how you guys are doing it. You guys have like direct access. Like it's super easy for you guys, but she'd have to go through a couple gates to get home. So she wants to know if she could at least pass through the city to go home. She says that she wants to quit her job, but she needs to do it in person because that's how proper people do it. I don't really. It gets kind of rambling towards the end.
Well, I suppose there's no point in denying access to the gate facilities. I mean, we don't want to start a reputation as denying people access to those, among other things.
Yeah, okay. So, you get a, what do you call it? Notice that she's entered the city, and the government would like to know, should we just kick her out? She says she's here to use the gate. What do you want to do? What's the procedure?
Well, as long as she goes directly to the gate and
Right.
uses, I'm assuming she's scheduled time in advance.
Yeah, she said, okay,
Yeah.
So, do you want us to, basically white her out so that people can't see her?
That's probably a little unnecessary, but...
Is she allowed to talk to anyone along her way there?
I don't really care as long as she leaves in a reasonable time frame.
Alright, yeah, you see. Where are you in the gate facility? Would you conceivably see her?
We probably have an office somewhere in the city that I'm at.
Alright, so you might see her as she walks by. If you do see her, she waves at you and mouths the words, "I'm sorry," and then she continues. You see that she is carrying a lot of gear with her. It looks like a rather. Actually, give me what hardware do you have?
Oh, 1 second. I don't actually have my character sheet open.
Because maybe you can roll to identify it.
I have armorer, industrial, electronics.
Give me hardware, electronics.
That passes.
She's carrying with her a quantum. I guess a quantum computer would be the best way to put it. Rather large. It looks kind of outdated from what you guys have now. It's a bit larger than what you have. That's that's funneling you information about credit to rep exchange. So it's kind of an old, outdated model. That's not as compact, but she's
probably cheaper.
Yeah, that's probably why she has it. So she's carrying it with her, which means you don't see the other one that it would correspond with. So she's got one end of it. You don't know where the other end is. So she's just carrying it with her. You want to stop her or anything?
It's not illegal to carry a quantum computer.
Okay. So she goes through the gate without any trouble. And that is that. So she doesn't talk to you. She goes through the gate. She apparently had a quantum computer. Okay, what else? All right. Artemis wants to go to the starter destination. Do you want to go with her, or do you want to stay and work?
I might as well go with her. I
All
wasn't
right.
able to go last time, so.
Yep. So
Check it out.
both of y'all are going to the starter destination. Artemis, are you going to contract the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious like you did last time?
No.
Are you going to look for a better one?
Yes.
That's networking autonomous.
Okay.
And Adrian can also roll this.
Adrian, renowned for his people skills and networking.
What's that?
Have it at a 35. Nope.
So neither of you.
Wait. I think I'm gonna flip it just because I really don't want to have a shitty ride.
Don't want to have a shitty time again. I get it.
Yeah, I don't want another bad trip.
Both the literal and figurative senses.
Yes.
Yep. All right. So you go through. Let me get the list of ship names again. Give me 1 second. All right. You see a cargo ship that is stocking up for thought crime, which is a larger part of the swarm that deals with factories. It's like a factory ship, and it's run by the former Soviet socialist scientists, which is headed up by Lena something. It's a Ukrainian name. Give me and just give me literally 1 second.
Kovalchuk.
Nope. Lena Andropov. So
Andropov?
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
Andropova?
Yeah, who cares? It's it's controlled by a collective of Argonauts, basically.
Okay, deal. Hey, I'm an Argonaut too. Can I join your ship?
Can you do work? Like, what scientific skills do you have? You don't let anyone in here that doesn't advance the research of the ship.
I'm a xenobiologist.
You're a xenobiologist?
Is that helpful at all? I mean, I just want to ride to.
Yeah, and the cost of getting a ride is that you have to fix something.
Okay.
Well, I work in applied science engineering.
Oh, they suddenly like you much better than they like Dr. Artemis.
Wow.
Okay, this is on scientists liking engineers. This is straining my.
They're mostly engineers.
Okay.
They're mostly because the ship they own is like the one that fixes all the other ships. So that is what their collective does. Is when they have free time to study stuff, they will do that. But mostly they're fixing shit.
I also know about nanotechnology.
Okay, well then you can when we get to the ship, you can fix some of the fabricators we're having issues with. And he turns to you, Adrian, and he says, he scratches his face. He says, do you know anything about like fusion rockets? We're having a couple issues with some fusion rockets on some of our autonomous kill vehicles, which are what they use to protect the swarm. And we would like to have those fixed if at all possible.
I can take a look at them. I'm skilled in armory, industrial mechanics, electronics, and a number of related skills.
That's great. Okay, that's actually perfect. Yeah, okay, we'll give you rides as long as you promise when we get there you'll spend a couple hours fiddling with the stuff we got to pay off the ride. Deal?
Sure. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Deal.
That's awesome. So you get in the ship. It's a way smoother ride than the last ride you had, and no one offers you drugs, so that's nice.
Yeah.
It's mostly just a bunch of nerds. They're talking about some of the problems that the swarm is having, like in terms of like, man, the fucking door, the one what is it, airlock isn't sealing correctly, so a huge part of the Stars Our Destination, their flagship, is just flooded with lack of air, and that's kind of annoying because the People's Council for Biomorphs and Podmorphs is petitioning that it's favoritism and privilege towards synthmorphs, which goes against the charter of the whole swarm, and they're threatening to break off. And so they have to fix that first. But there's also a whole bunch of other problems, like they don't have the materials. So they're just going on and on complaining about their jobs. So you finally arrive on the thought crime, and the first thing they do is they're going to put you to work. So they need the nanofabricators looked at, and they would like someone to take a look at the fusion rockets. So who's going to the nanofabricators, Visk?
Okay.
All right, so they take you to the nanofabricators, and a guy in a, I think it's like a engineer morph or something, which is like a pod morph designed specifically to deal with like broken shit in space. Just looking at it, he's like, I can't get it to work. It's a little bit beyond me. What do you think? You're the fresh set of eyes I sent over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just take a look at it. Nope, I've got no idea.
Fucking fat lot of good you did. Well, I guess you can sort scrap then.
Well, okay, hang on.
Yeah?
Surely there's some other way I can assist you with this machine.
Yeah, you can sort scrap.
No,
we always need people to sort scrap.
Okay, hang on. I'm really gonna have to use a moxie just to.
You don't have to. You can go sit down and sort scrap.
Okay.
Alright, you're gonna go sit.
I'll flip it.
Okay, then what brilliant. After you've said I have no idea, what brilliant observation do you have?
Wait, hang on. I know what's wrong here. Your jumble isn't working. I don't know nanotechnology.
Oh, the jumble.
You don't have enough warp particles. You have to go to the coffee nebula.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I say that.
He hits his head. He goes, Of course. Well, then you can get to helping me fix it. He throws you a wrench or whatever, a space wrench. He says, all right, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
How does one use this again?
He sighs. He says, how do you call yourself a scientist and you not know how to use a wrench?
There's not a lot of call for wrenches in my line of work.
Well, it's time you learned how real scientists do it.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, Adrian, you are brought to look at the autonomous kill vehicles and their fusion rockets. And the guy you first talked to, who like brought you here, he says, "I'm the one in charge of the fusion rockets. You can just call me Hank." What we're not getting like the optimal like output from them for the amount of fuel we're putting in. We're kind of stumped as to what the heck's going on. Because if we have to buy more fuel than we have to, the swarm, the Eat Drink Fuck Collective is not going to be happy, and then they're going to take it out on us, and it's just going to be a whole big political mess. So any outside input would be good. So, you want to roll? What do you want to roll? Rogue, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I guess. Let's see. I guess I should go look through those systems systematically, and see where I can identify a fault.
Okay. What do you want to roll for that?
So
hardware.
I'll start off by analyzing their electronics.
Okay.
See if there's something messed up there. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's see. If this involves both repairing electrical equipment and dealing with mechanical parts, that succeeds.
Yeah. I will say that you succeed and you realize that there's nothing wrong with the electronics. Like, it's not misreading. Like, if it's not misreading the fuel input or anything. It seems to be an actual problem with, like, the rockets for some reason are intaking too much fuel and not outputting enough power
Okay.
for the amount of fuel they're taking.
So the natural thing to do next would be to check to make sure there's no leaks in the fuel line.
Okay.
Which would have exactly that effect, which I guess would be hardware industrial?
Okay, go ahead and give it to me. Super good roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that. That succeeds.
Okay. Yeah, there's leaks in the fuel line, but what you're seeing is their uniform. It looks like someone might have cut them.
Huh.
Like they were deliberate.
So they're at, like, uniform points on the rockets?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I suppose I might as well just also make sure the actual rocket mechanism is not sabotaged with armor check.
Alright.
Fuck's sake!
It looks super broken to you. Super broken.
Huh.
But, it is what it is. So yeah, what do you see?
There have been uniformly spaced cuts at certain points along the fuel line that almost look like they were deliberately inflicted.
Alright, so Hank bends down and he looks and he's like, we just replaced the fuel lines. Like I have records of replacing them not even 2 weeks ago. So
did they function better before the fuel lines were replaced?
Actually, they were fine when they were just standard maintenance, right? Like, the fuel lines need replacing every so often, so we went about replacing them.
Well, it's possible you got a set of defective fuel lines, or
son of a bitch.
they could have been altered after installation.
I don't want to think about that. I'm just gonna blame the fucking Jovians we picked them up from when we were on the move to Pandora. Well, thanks. I guess it takes a new eye sometimes. I would not have thought of the fuel lines because we just replaced them. You get one. What do Argonauts use? R-Rep? No, R-Rep.
Oh.
You get one R-Rep. Thanks for fixing this shit. Or, well, at least a new set of eyes provided a new perspective. You don't mind me asking what brings you to the stars?
Oh, I'm just heading along with a friend of mine who's here for business.
Oh, alright, cool. You seem like a competent enough guy. If you ever need, you ever want to, retire from whatever the hell you're doing right now, the stars could always use you. So.
Well, thanks for the offer, and I'll consider it.
Alright, and the thought crime's always open to those who want to help advance the cause of the swarm and the cause of science. Let me know if you need any directions or anything. I'll actually give them to you, unlike a lot of the chuckleheads on the stars. So he slaps you on the back. He says, "Thanks a lot, man." All right, you guys are free to do what you would like.
So, how is the scrap, Artemis?
Hey, I was helping fix this machine. I learned all about wrenches and how they use
so things. Fucking bougie. I learned all about wrenches.
Well, it's good to see you're branching out a bit into the applied sciences.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I'm basically just being really smug because this is like the only place we've gone to that has more engineers than scientists.
Yeah.
so, uh, would you guys like to try and find Gene, the worst named Gene hacker?
Yes. Let's try to find Gene.
All right. So, the guys on Thought Crime set you up with a EVA rider shuttle thing, and it's actually in pretty good condition. On the side it says Thought Crime, don't fucking steal. And it's like basically you interpret from that like the guys on Thought Crime, since they repair the whole fucking ship. If something says it belongs to Thought Crime, you don't fucking touch it. And they hand you little like stickers to put on your armor or clothes, and it basically identifies you as being associated with Thought Crime. So you should not be as fucked. You shouldn't be fucked with as much as you were last time you were here, Artemis. Even though you don't remember
Cool.
that. You don't remember that.
Okay. Great. Excellent.
So, you get to the Starzar destination. It's a bustling red market of people are just like hawking shit. Someone goes, hey, you, yeah, and they're pointing to you, Artemis. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Hi.
do you want some drugs?
No thanks.
Are you sure? Last time you were here, you want a like super amount of drugs. What about your friend? Yeah, what about your friend?
Artemis was on drugs?
Do you know what?
Do you
what
have
kind
video of this?
drugs I was on?
You just said I should bring you a random pedal when we were on our way here for the supercalifragilistic.
I
Supercalifragilistic.
vaguely remember that part, and I don't remember anything after that.
Oh man, you want another drug? I got some drugs.
I think I'll pass this time.
What about you?
I woke up with a new pet.
That's a good story. You want more?
I'm gonna go look on YouTube and see if there's any videos of Artemis.
On the Scum's mesh, yeah, everything's on the mesh. Give me a interfacing roll to pull it up.
Nope.
All right. You try to find stuff about Artemis, but you see.
Can I get a plus 30 because I don't care about anybody knowing that I'm searching for Artemis?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Then that succeeds.
You see Artemis getting shot by a guy with a cannon for an arm with a rubber ball, and she goes flying across the red market area.
I'm just gonna go ahead and save a copy of that for internal company meetings.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, "Yeah, do you want do you want some drugs? What can I do for you?" And then he sees that you have Thought Crime stickers on you. He goes, "Oh, you're with Thought Crime?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you."
That's okay. I appreciate the offer.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna go back to work now. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want any problems. I mean, I would like my air conditioning repaired pretty soon. So just forget this whole thing ever happened. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye. And then he starts
Bye.
running away. Apparently, when
weird.
you fix all the shit on the ship and you get all the request orders through you, you command a lot of respect and fear. So
Interesting.
Yep. So you want to find Gene, correct?
Yes.
How do you go about finding Gene? You know
what's
that he.
the best way to find shit on a swarm ship?
You know
Are there like maps anywhere?
Nope. No, there are no maps.
Not up to date ones.
You also know that. You also know that he's into swarm cats, so you could try and find.
I'll ask for swarm cats. Anybody know where I can get a swarm cat?
They point you to a shop. It just says swarm cats.
Okay, I walk into the shop.
The guy looks up from the table and goes, "Hey, it's you!" And he high fives you.
You know me.
Yeah. You're the one that got the weird cat, the dragon cat.
Okay, this explains a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and you gave us that alien DNA. It was great. It's our hottest seller. He points to a chalkboard behind him. unusual alien DNA plus an X amount of cred or rep. This is our highest seller. A guy comes out from back and says, "Hey, fucking Dr. Artemis, what's up, man?"
Yeah. Okay. I was just trying. Is one of you named Gene?
Gene. No, we fired him.
Oh, you fired him. Okay.
Yeah, that little son of a bitch was stealing secrets.
Stealing secrets. What do you mean?
Intellectual. Well, it's kind of hard to keep secrets here, so the only way to, like, you can't copyright shit. So some of our techniques we tried to keep secret, and he would just tell everyone, which, you know, completely is right. And so we fired him for breaking, you know, our trust. You know,
I see.
we asked him not to, and then he did. And so yeah.
Okay. Did he do any the DNA I gave you? Do you just use that, incorporating it into the swarm cats, or have you made any of the creatures that it actually?
We made a couple of them, but they don't really fight, so they're just kind of clean shit. So,
Yeah.
like, when that got found out, we just stopped selling them. Now we just incorporate it into cats.
Okay. But the ones you made, were they modified to be able to reproduce or anything?
No, I don't think so. Did we modify in terms of system? We modify any of those? No, Gene wanted. Gene was like, he came in here to ask for his job back, and he saw that we made them. He's like, why can't they fuck? And he said, that's dumb. They're aliens. We at least have to pretend like we know what consequences are. He's like, that's fucking dumb. And then he bought one. So, you know.
I see. Okay.
So he bought one,
Do you know where I could find him by any chance?
They look at each other and they're like, fucking, where's the last time we saw him? And they just like kind of huddle up and they start talking to each other. And, you know, it's like, is he on 8 arms? No, that's for fucking octopuses, you idiot. He's like, Disco Inferno? No, that's only for. Oh, and then they start talking like, he's definitely not on We Come to Probe You. And then finally they settle on their Angry Pirate. Yeah, he's probably on Angry Pirate.
I see. Okay. And what is that exactly?
It's a mining tug that is attached to the stars.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
Yeah.
And thank you for the swarm cat that I apparently ordered from you while I was high.
Man, oh, that's fucking sweet. Hey, you guy with the serious look and all the armor. You want a cat?
No, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'll give you a good price.
I'm not a pet person. Thanks.
Oh. Do you want a living fur coat?
I tend to prefer sturdier forms of clothing.
Oh, you want a robot? Okay. Listen, if you go down that way, there's a robot shop. Tell me we sent you.
Okay, thanks. I might check it out at some point.
Awesome. Alright, so you guys are heading to the Angry Pirate.
Yep.
Alright, you get on the EVA shuttle. You have literally no problems because of your badges.
Nice.
And you get there, and it's just a collection of guys who are, like, they're pirates in the sense of, like, they pirate shit and then put it out for the Argonauts to use.
Okay.
So what do you do? It's just a collection of dudes.
Do any of you guys know Gene?
One guy looks up, he's like, what's up?
You're Gene?
I didn't say that. What's up?
Oh, do you know Gene?
You from the PC?
No.
You a cop? You gotta tell me if you're a cop.
No, I'm not a cop. I'm a scientist. I just need to talk to him about some gene hacking he did.
You with thought crime? I'm not in that collective. You can't fucking punish me with their fucking dumbass rules.
I'm just friends with thought crime. I'm not part of it.
Yeah, then why do you got their stamp on you?
Because I helped them out.
Oh, I see. I see. Are you still helping him out?
We're auxiliary temporary workers for Thought Crime.
We're not at the moment. No, I mean.
What's your fucking name then? You haven't told me your name.
My name is Artemis.
It's fucking Artemis what?
Dr. Artemis Montecristo.
He does a quick read. He says, "Oh, this is about that fucking those animals. That's not my. You know, you gave it to them. It's fucking free intellectual property."
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to like enforce anything.
Yeah,
I just need to talk to him about the fact that he made them able to reproduce, which I think is kind of dangerous.
It's
and
fucking
might
dumb
want
they
to
couldn't.
reconsider.
I fucking fixed it.
Oh, you are Gene. Okay.
No, I didn't say that.
You okay? Well, you kind of just did.
No, shut up. Look, he fixed it, and now they're fixed. So you can thank him by giving him a lot of
Arguably,
rep.
they're no longer fixed, but
Yeah, exactly.
You're a fucking
It's
asshole.
the opposite.
I mean, you're here to give him rep, right? For fixing your dumb mistake that was dumb. Because you're
No,
dumb.
look, there's a reason that they couldn't reproduce. It's dangerous to allow alien species to, reproduce on their own.
No, that's dumb.
It means that we can't control them.
That's not. That's your problem.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure what else I'm going to accomplish here, so...
Okay, that's fine. I mean, just because you made a dumb mistake.
It was not a mistake. It was intentional. By definition, it was not a mistake.
Yeah, that's what you say now in the face of his genius. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking funny.
Okay, this is out of character laughter.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, I was kind of wondering what I expected to accomplish by coming here, so...
Listen, you can't... I think what you were expecting to accomplish is to give him rep.
No, I'm not gonna give you rep for doing something I don't want you to do because it's
Then
dangerous.
fuck off!
Yeah, okay.
He flips you off.
Okay.
Fucking, just because you think you have a degree in fucking what? Fuck you. Fuck you too. He flips you off, Adrian.
Okay. Let's just
man,
go.
what did I do?
I don't fucking know. You're fucking with her. Fuck you.
Okay, let's just go. This was a waste of time.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you didn't give me any rep.
Fuck off.
Where's my rep? Fixed your problem. Everyone's just like looking at him like, Jesus Christ, Gene.
Look, is there anyone more reasonable around that I can just talk to quickly?
Everyone like looks around and like raises their hands.
Okay.
She's like, hey, fuck you guys.
I just, I'm not gonna be able to convince Gene here of anything, but I just want to let everyone know that Gene made an alien, species able to reproduce, and that's kind of dangerous.
Someone goes, oh, god damn it, Gene.
And look, I can't force him to stop doing that, but maybe you guys should reconsider his fucking competence.
Wait,
if he's
what?
doing shit like that.
What? Guys, stop voting down my rep. Guys, you fucking assholes. Just because she's an actual scientist with an actual degree doesn't mean she knows what she's doing. Guys, no. Why are you holding a vote now to kick me? God damn it, he comes up and he's going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
Roll me frightful. Let's see if he actually hits.
I don't believe he does.
Hold on. I will actually roll that in a second. Some things popped up. Yeah, he doesn't. He swings at you and he trips and he goes, God fucking damn it! I'm kicked out of the fucking collective, you fucking asshole! You've made a powerful enemy today.
I don't think that I have.
I'm gonna step in front there and
Gene,
enough
maybe,
of the fisticuffs.
maybe if you were to reconsider selling aliens that can reproduce, they would let you back
selling,
in.
I'm giving them away.
Okay, giving away aliens that can reproduce is a bad idea. It's dangerous.
He goes and picks up a box. He's like, I'm out of here. Let's go. You guys took a shuttle, right? Fucking let's go. They're public to anyone. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
So he gets on the shuttle. It's a very quiet ride back. You get into the red market and he goes, "Hey, anyone want free pets?" And he just dumps a box full of the things all over the floor.
We'll
and
take them all.
They start running away. Give me free run. No, you're in. This place does not have gravity. Give me free fall. And then I will.
Oh, so they're floating away.
Yeah, they're just like scrambling away.
Okay, I succeed.
Right, you catch.
I have magnetic boots and such. I can just use those.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You catch all but one, which like runs away. It's like, hey, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys, you're stealing my shit.
One can't reproduce by itself. Hey, you gave them out for free, man.
Yeah, one
can't
can't
understand
reproduce.
the definition of stealing.
One can't reproduce by itself, but apparently he's given away a bunch already, and people have realized all they do is fucking clean, and it's a scum swarm, so they probably just let them loose.
The problem is the scum swarm starts off dirty, so.
Yep.
And the scum swarm is constantly changing, so it's going to be fucking up their stuff every time they try and change something.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. I'm out. I'm out.
I don't think those would be very popular products on a scum swarm, to be honest.
He gives you the double bird, and he like starts walking backwards. He goes, "Fucking out. I'm out. Gonna go find a new job. Fuck you guys. I'm out."
Okay, let's go.
So you've got like 9 swarming alien things in your hands.
Specimen containers.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. Did you want to do anything?
I've got a ton of specimen containers, so.
Did you guys want to do anything before you left?
I'm just wondering if there's anything I can do to help me deal with Dragon Cat.
No, you already got a zookeeper AI animal.
Yeah, so I don't think there is. Okay, let's go.
I think the only other solutions for that come in 7.62 millimeter.
Wow.
Jesus.
Alright, so you head back. Are you guys ready to do your main mission now?
Yes.
Alright, so you took the contract on Mishipizheu, I think it is, for XenoPharma. I'll remind you what that actually is. They've lost contact with their underwater research base, and they're kind of afraid that it's, an engineering thing. They hear you have a good engineer on your team and you're experienced gate crashers. So they'd like you to go down and just see what happened. They'll be providing transportation. Anyone want to give me a research roll?
Sure, I'm good at researching things.
I'm terrible at researching.
That succeeds.
Alright, so, would you like to know about the planet, or would you like to know about XenoPharma?
About the planet, I suppose.
Okay, the gate is actually on a moon. The moon of Mishipizheu, Nanobozo, which is covered with lots of life, and is not supposed to be there. It's not physically supposed to be there. It's one of the great mysteries of that system. How is it there? Because there's no evidence that that the planet should have a moon. What's even weirder is Mishipizheu, which you can only reach by rocket, is 100% covered in water, and it is basically the planet's about to die. In universe time, it's about to die. The sun that it orbits around is supernova at some point in the future, a noticeable time in the future that it's gonna wipe it out. So it's the battle. What?
In the next, you said in universe time, so
yeah,
millions of years or whatever,
couple thousand years.
Okay.
So but there's a lot of argument between XenoPharma, which owns the planet, basically owns the planet, and nanoecologists who want to preserve the life on the planet And XenoPharma is like, no, we're just gonna use it to get pharmaceuticals. And if we end up preserving some life, that's inconsequential to the fact that we're gonna make loads of money making drugs.
So where are they based? Are they
XenoPharma.
hypercorp?
They are. You don't know that. You did not really research it. You didn't search XenoPharma.
Can I research them next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
XenoPharma is a subsidiary of the Gonin Group, which is the Ultimates.
Okay.
They pay the Gonin Group for the rights to the Xenoplanet and are primarily interested in exploiting the Xenolife for their own gain. They are a hypercorp, and they're very anti-Argonaut, and they, intellectual property law and all that.
Okay.
So
sorry. Is Mishipizheu the moon or the planet?
The planet. The moon is. I'm gonna fucking hate saying this name. Nanabozo.
Why did you give them such weird names?
I didn't. These are from the book.
Oh, okay.
That's the movie.
And then, sorry, what's the significance of the moon then?
It's just a weird, it shouldn't be there. It's where the gate is, basically. So you have to...
Oh, so we have to fly from...
Yeah, the moon to the actual planet.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So you step through the gate. You're on Nanabozo. Gotta take a shuttle. As you leave the moon and pierce the heavy cloud cover over the exoplanet, you see a world covered in water. The only landmass is a large platform maintained by XenoPharma. The shuttle docks with the platform, and you are on the only above water thing on the planet. They're preparing a submarine for you, but they have a representative from XenoPharm here to answer any questions you have. She says, "Hello. How can I? Do you have any? I guess before we start, do you have any questions for me about what you should expect? I'm told you're very competent gate crashers.
Something like that, yeah.
So, do you have any questions for me? I'm sure you're mostly informed of the situation. I mean, you did you read the contract, so."
Yes. Okay, hang on. What do we need to know? We know they lost contact with the underwater. Okay, so sorry. When did you lose contact with the base? How long has it been?
It's been it's going on a week.
A week. Okay.
Yeah, we would have sent someone down, but we don't actually have access to the Gonin Group's ultimates. If we called them in, we're pretty sure they would take it as a sign of weakness and just directly take over us.
I see.
So we're trying to avoid that eventuality.
So how are you normally in contact with them?
We have a radio communication, a relay.
Okay, and they just haven't responded.
Yeah, they just have not responded. We're partly concerned that it might have been nano-ecologist terrorists. I'm sure you know that we have issues with them, but they haven't done anything like this. They haven't blown anything up. It's mostly just been academic arguments.
Right.
But it could also just be a failure with one of the systems, which is why we also contacted you. You have one of the more experienced engineers on your team. She nods towards Adrian. So presumably you'd be able to both fight a threat or also repair it. So it seemed like a good call, and you have a good reputation.
One question. Do you have facilities for treating decompression sickness in the case that we have to make a hasty exit from the facility?
Yes, we do. We have it topside here, and if we can't treat you here, we can certainly get you to the moon and through the gate to somewhere better equipped.
Okay.
But we should be able to handle decompression sickness here.
How many people are or were on the base when contact was lost?
We had about 150 people there, mostly research, some administrative staff, and some maintenance engineering staff.
Okay.
But it's mostly just our primary research base.
Okay.
Could we get access to the personnel files so that we can confirm the identity of anyone we run into?
Of course. I'll put it into a archive for you. We can't guarantee a mesh connection from here down to there, so you'll have to either put it on Ecto or download it directly to your stacks. Whichever method you prefer, we'll gladly accommodate. Is there anything else? If you're done asking questions, I'd like to get you to sign this corporate confidentiality agreement. We do have a lot of stuff down there that is obviously secret. It's a research base. We don't want you to share what we have.
Right. One more question. Are you aware of any dangerous organisms or anything like that that have been encountered on the planet that could have caused harm to the crew?
We haven't personally seen any of that, but we haven't fully explored all the possible species here. We haven't seen them all. We're still categorizing them and figuring out what they do. So it's possible, but most life here, I haven't seen anything that's as big as a neo whale for sure. So it would definitely be a first if that was what was going on.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure it's likely. I just wanted to check the possibility.
All right. Now, if I could get you to sign the confidentiality agreements, and we'll get you on your sub, and you can head down.
Can we read the confidentiality agreements and make sure that they're all in line?
Yeah, they're just standard. We recognize that this planet and this corporation has intellectual property laws, and we recognize that we could get sued and whatnot, and basically barred from the inner system anywhere that follows intellectual property laws.
Right.
And that also includes getting a bounty put on your head. So.
Right.
It's pretty standard stuff.
Okay.
All right, so you both sign them?
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your sub is called up. It's big enough we thought we would have, we've read that you sometimes run with 3 or 4 people, so the sub is a little bit more spacious. We're sorry that, Mr. Glencross couldn't be here. We think it's fantastic that he's so hands-on. Give him our regards.
Sorry, one further question. How are people normally transported to and from the facility?
Usually they'll call a sub, which, since we can't communicate with them, we also aren't 100% sure that, the docking area is 100% clear. Usually, just in case that's a issue, the engineering staff and the repair staff and all that are sleeved into Aquanaut morphs, or can be sleeved into them. But we don't know the status of any of that. So included in here are diving suits and oxygen if you need them to, dock. Otherwise, we can also sleeve you into Aquanauts if you prefer.
No thanks.
Okay. We thought.
Also, so do people normally come back and forth in subs of this size?
Usually larger. Usually we have people that get on leave, and then we usually try not to have more than 25 or 30 people go on leave at any time. 30 is the max. So yeah, the subs would be significantly bigger than the one we're sending you down.
Okay.
If you do find survivors, you can try and bring a couple of them with you, and then you can just inform us, and we'll send larger subs down.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I like how she just casually implied that maybe most of the people are dead.
Well, they're planning for the worst.
Right. That makes sense. All right, let's go.
All right,
Yeah.
you get in the sub. You start going down. It takes a couple hours to get to the base. The AI that is driving the sub, unless anyone else wants to take the wheel. No? Okay.
No.
I'm good, thanks.
It says we are closing in on, what did I name this base? Izanagi Base. Izanagi Base. We are closing in. You should be able to see it shortly. And a screen turns on. And you see a huge, sprawling base in the distance. And as you get closer, you notice that it seems that parts of it have been flooded. And the sub says, I believe the docking area has been flooded.
All right. And there's no alternate docking area, is there?
No, there are not.
Okay. So we're gonna have to get in our diving suits, I suppose.
Well, Rogue's crash suit could probably... Does it have oxygen?
I have 6 different ways of getting oxygen.
Okay, so Rogue should be fine.
Oh yeah, I guess. Well, there's also the pressure to worry about too, right? I have a vac suit, but I assume that would not be.
Yeah, yours wouldn't work. Rogue's super heavy duty armor would probably be okay. I would say.
Well,
yeah.
I will get into a diving suit then.
I mean, it's designed for gate crashing, and you sometimes run into high pressure environments.
Yeah.
Or gate
So
crashing.
you get in. And you. What was that, Vince? What's that comment?
At least it's not Izanagi Base.
Okay.
You said it's called Izanagi Base, right?
Yeah, it is. That's what I said.
Right.
So you get in, and
I know my Japanese mythology references.
so you get out of your sub, and the sub wirelessly connects to your personal mesh and says, "I'll be waiting here. You can call me. I'm not equipped with weapons, so if it's a flight or fight, I'd rather not fight. And I cannot blow up anything as an easy exit.
Right.
Except by crashing into it, which I cannot guarantee will also destroy me."
Right. Shit, I just thought of the question I should have asked before we came down. Which
What?
is whether there's... I mean, presumably they monitor the gate, right?
Yeah.
They know who's coming in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So whether they know of any other way to get here other than through the gate.
As far as they know, they have not found a single other gate. The only gate is on the moon. And they've looked for gates. They've been here at least 5 years.
Okay. And only gates on the right. And they wouldn't. I mean, they would have told us if someone they didn't know had come through the gate.
Yeah, they would have. It would have then been a situation of corporate sabotage, which is completely different. So,
it's just because she did mention the possibility of terrorism, which
yeah,
seems impossible unless there's another way in.
Well, someone could have been lying about who they are.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's true.
And you can just get a cloned morph of the person you're claiming to be. So.
Yeah, that's a good.
And they do get leave. So.
Right. Okay.
They don't think that's likely. It'd be kind of hard, but it's a possibility. So they thought they'd leave.
Okay.
So yeah, the big base is right in front of you. How do you want to get in?
Can we just go in? I mean, I assumed we were just going in through the flooded docking bay.
Okay.
There probably wouldn't be that many other ways in, would there?
Nope.
Besides, making a hull breach, but on the other hand, this facility seemed to have a couple of those.
Yeah, well, I'm actually wondering if we can tell why the docking bay is flooded.
You'd have to get a little bit closer.
Okay, well,
All
I
right,
think
so
we have to do that anyway.
we're
So
doing that anyway, right? So
yeah, so you get closer. Does anyone have demolitions?
I do.
You can give me demolitions roll.
Scroll up to skills.
And if you have
Emotions is
yeah,
65.
do you have radiation sense?
Yes.
I have that.
All right.
I succeed in emotions as well.
Okay. So that would have given you a plus whatever it normally gives for whatever. Someone set off like something radioactive. You'd assume it's like a small nuke, which is not the end all be all of like transhuman weaponry. That would be antimatter, but so still kind of concerning.
A tactical nuke should still cause pretty severe damage to this base.
Yeah. People are not having a good time.
Well, I think we can probably rule out the wildlife, unless the wildlife's developed thermonuclear weapons recently.
Alright, so you head on in. It looks like someone has taken care to actually like close the emergency doors so that not the whole thing gets flooded. So you get closer to like the actual entrance that you would normally take if you had docked. And yeah, someone has actually closed the doors so that, you know, not everywhere gets flooded. And you get a very, very faint mesh signal from the other side.
I assume the emergency doors have an airlock set up.
Yes.
We can actually get through them without flooding the whole base.
Yep. As you get closer, the mesh signal gets a little bit stronger. And you get a message that says, just says, who are you? Who are you? Are you with XenoPharma?
We are trying to determine what happened here.
Are you with XenoPharma?
We were hired by XenoPharma to investigate.
Okay, I'm Cody Mason.
Hello, I'm Artemis.
I'm, excuse me, I'm Adrian.
Do you want in? I'll have to let you in.
Yes, we would like to come in, please.
Alright, I'm gonna unlock it for you, and then you can come in. And then I want to talk to you. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Do you have weapons?
Yes.
Okay, when you come through, I want you to have your hands up.
Okay.
Okay, so the door unlocks in front of you, and you go in, and the airlock starts, cycling so that you can get in without flooding everywhere. And then you open the door, and there is a man with blonde hair and a pistol pointed at you. He says, "Okay, don't reach for your weapons, or I'll shoot. I need proof that you're with XenoPharma."
I assume we got some type of credentials or contract we can send them over the mesh.
He says, "Okay,
Yeah.
so do you want to look up Cody Mason?"
Yes.
Yes.
Give me an interface. You're having trouble finding it.
That was not what I meant to.
Yep.
There we go.
Alright, Adrian's having trouble finding it, just because it's like all of their employees, like, in and around this Xeno planet, exoplanet. But Artemis, you find it. Cody Mason is the head systems engineer for Izanagi Base. He's from Mars, and he's been gate crashing since the early days. This is like his retirement job.
I see.
Has he gone on leave recently?
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
Okay.
So we were able to go through and show him our credentials,
Yeah,
right?
he says, okay. He puts the gun down. He says, I had to make sure. I mean, I don't know if the person who fucking exploded everything is still around, or if they're you. I'm still not sure. So.
Okay.
So you're definitely with XenoPharma?
Yes.
Alright.
We're independent contractors. Hi.
We're independent contractors, but yes, we.
So you're not Ultimates though, right?
No, we're not
No.
Ultimates.
He's in his size. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's just who. Alright. Well, it's probably those fucking researchers this is all about, right?
Maybe we really don't know. Can you like explain to us what you know about what's happened here?
Okay. I'd just gotten, I've been working on, like, the life support systems. I was in that room, when the comms initially went down. I thought it was, like, just a failure, and I was pretty fucking pissed I'd have to go solve it. You know what I mean? They don't normally go down, but when they go down, it's because some fucking asshole messing around with them. But yeah, I wasn't actively monitoring it, so kind of caught me unprepared. So I went down to the area to fix it, and there was an explosion. I was almost caught up in it, but I was actually able to close the doors behind me and seal them. And that's about it. I guess I'm also the guy who, well, I'm the only one with like any skills in this apparently in the area, but I was able to set up a basic mesh.
Okay.
It's very basic. So that's what you were feeling when you went through the door.
Right.
So that at least I have some sort of control over the systems. I think there's some survivors. I don't know.
Okay. So what areas do you have access to right now?
In theory, just most of them. I don't have, because I had to set up myself, I don't have access to research areas, obviously. I'm just a lowly grunt. But other than that.
What about, like, physical access? I mean, like.
I haven't seen a whole lot. Dorms are flooded, I think. I think, the bar / dining hall is still open. I was there. I think Emmy Antla, that's the head cook bartender type deal. I think she's still alive. I don't know. I think some of the research area isn't completely flooded.
Was there a singular explosion or multiple? And do you know where they originated?
I think it was multiple. I can't say for sure. Like.
Okay. So you're not currently in contact with anyone else on the base, though.
Just me, because like that's one of the only places I can get to. I can't get to administrative areas. I can't get to research. So yeah, the only place I can go to is like here in the bar. I would need special access to get to those.
Okay. We are going to continue investigating, I suppose. Would you like to come with us, or would you prefer to just stay here?
I would prefer to come with you.
Okay.
I guess I also have access to security. But that's where I set up the mesh, and I mostly was only able to get to it because I was mostly only able to get to it because it was already opened, so the door was basically already open, so I didn't have to use my login ID to get in. So
okay.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so let me just think for a second. Okay. So the I think he already said this, but I've forgotten now. The communications equipment. Where is that?
We have
That's
to
in
go.
an area that was flooded.
We'd have to go to security. I don't know if it was flooded. It's through security, but I can't access security. So
Right.
like I can't access anything besides like the central room. You guys
Okay.
might be able to get through. Did they give you like
I'm
stuff to
gonna
access that?
assume we
Did
got
they?
all access passes because, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you guys can get through. I don't know if it's flooded, but yeah, we don't have comms, so I just jury rigged something using security's shit. But yeah,
Okay.
I kind of want to come with you.
All right. Well, maybe we should go to the restaurant or whatever where his friend is
Oh,
first,
okay.
then, and go talk to her
You
if we can find her.
All right. So he says, "All right, just follow me. It's actually pretty clear to get there, so we should be fine." So he takes you to the Grand Design is the name of the restaurant slash bar, and sitting like behind the bar, just kind of drinking, is an Asian woman named obviously Emmy Antula. You can look her up. Give me infosec. Or not infosec,
Oh yeah,
interfacing.
Julia, could I
Yep.
ask one more question of him before we go?
Yeah, sure.
Well, he's coming with us, so.
Well, yeah. Well, while we're going, which is with regards to your weapon, I'm assuming you got that out of security.
Yeah,
Is that the only weapon store on the station?
security. I think one of them, when all the explosions started going, I think one of them dropped it or something, or left it. I don't know. I found it on the ground.
Okay, so is there an armament locker in security?
Yeah, there is, but
Okay.
like I said, I can't access it.
So potentially other people on this base could be armed if they access that.
Yeah, you'd need either security or admin access. We kind of keep all that stuff separated. Like I can't get into like researching areas unless I have a pass to get there to fix something. Same with admin and security.
Well, we also have to assume the ability potentially of people to either hack or physically circumvent protections.
Well, I mean the mesh went down, so they like have to physically open them. Everything's mostly dealt with electronics. So. But anyways, you get to the Grand Design. There's an Asian woman behind the bar drinking. She looks up when you enter and she says, "What's up?"
I've succeeded in my interfacing role.
Okay, she is from Pugardi on Venus. She's an extremely experienced bartender and chef. When things got boring in the solar system, she hopped through a gate after offering her services to XenoPharma. So.
Okay. We give her the rundown basically of who we are and why we're here.
Okay, I don't really care. She goes back to drinking.
Okay.
You can roll kinesics on any of the NPCs to see like stuff about them that I did not list.
Oh wow, that might have actually succeeded. Oh no, wait, probably not.
Kinesics or psychology.
Oh, my kinesics is a 15 with a -10 penalty, so...
Isn't that only if you trust people?
Well, it's, trusting heart, suffers a -10 modifier when using kinesics and opposed tests against deception or impersonation.
Oh, okay. You don't suffer that because they're not trying to oppose you. They're just, this is like you trying to get a read off of them, like why they're acting how they're acting.
There you go.
Like,
well, I still know nothing about it.
Yeah, she's whatever. She's a lady. Artemis, did you succeed on your roll?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she says, I don't care why you're here. Are you gonna get us to leave? Are you gonna help us leave?
We can probably do that. Yes.
Okay, cool. Come and get me when you're ready to leave.
Can we ask you a couple questions first?
Yeah, if you have to.
Has anyone else been here other than you and Cody that you've seen?
What do you mean when shit started exploding?
Well, after shit exploded.
I was here like all through the night, so I just heard the explosions.
Okay, so since then you haven't seen anyone else. There's no one who's been through here.
I was here until Cody came and told me what was going on.
Okay. Are there other food produced, like other places on the facility that food can be produced?
I mean, if you want bland shit from a fabber, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so people aren't going to be starving if there are other survivors out there.
Yeah, no, they should be fine.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Okay, yeah, come get me when we're ready to leave.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, what do we want to do next? Do we want to go to?
Julia,
maybe we should go to security.
Yeah. Can I just check in the database what areas she would have access to?
Okay, yeah. She would have access to, like, basically only, like, here and, like, the kitchens.
And presumably, like, general areas.
Yeah, general areas that are open.
Yeah.
To.
Okay. I guess we should check security. They might have some, depending on how exactly their system was set up, we might be able to access recorded security feeds. We might also be able to check on the status of the communications equipment and the armory.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head over to security. It is... there's no one there. The doors are locked, just like Cody said. He says, yeah, I told you. It is what it is.
Can we unlock them?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, well, let's unlock them.
Right, you unlock... Which one do you want to unlock first? Unlock the armory, and you can unlock the doors that go to, like, other areas.
Oh, okay, so...
One will go to, like, the admin area, one goes to the research area, and then one goes to the dorms, which you immediately see is flooded.
Right.
A body bumps up against, like, the portcullis.
Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah, Cody freaks the fuck out. He's like, holy fucking shit! He's like, the only reason I wasn't in the dorm sleeping like those poor assholes is because I have insomnia. Holy shit.
Me too.
Oh, fucking, I never thought I'd be goddamn lucky like this. And then he like, is like, I traded shifts with someone. Oh, no.
So, like, the whole dorms are wiped out?
Yeah, and you get that.
So then most of the facility was asleep when this happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so that explains why there were so few people. I was finding it weird that there were only, you said there were like over 100 people here, that only 2 would be in the general areas or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was just us. I mean, I don't know why she was still awake. I assume she was drinking or something, I don't know. Yeah, the Grand Design's usually closed by the time, like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, well,
I don't
we won't worry about that. It's probably not that suspicious.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so, like Rogue mentioned, are there any equipment we can use here before we go to the armory or whatever to, try to, I don't know, get any information on what happened, like recordings or like sensory input or something that tells us the status of the different areas of the facility?
Yeah, there's some of it might have been damaged, but you can try and pull some stuff off. That would be InfoSec to do that.
Okay. Okay, well, Rogue succeeded, so.
Alright, so you pull off some grainy recordings, and you see it looks like a servitor is walking, well, it's more like slithering because they don't have legs, towards communications. and then it cuts off. Like something was like damaged, so it didn't.
So was the security feed from the servitor or from an external camera?
From an external camera.
Okay.
Okay.
And is this time-stamped?
Yeah, it was. Well, you don't know when the explosions went off exactly, but
Well,
obviously.
we do know when they lost contact with the base.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes before they officially lost contact.
Huh. And I assume we can't access any of the cameras now?
No, most of them are shut off. And a couple of them are just like, they're on, but there's nothing there. So.
Is there any that has a external view of communications? Because I kind of want to see if it's flooded.
Yeah, no, communications does not appear to be flooded.
Okay.
Communications is in the admin sector. They really like having control over who could say what.
If we're in security, we should probably check the armory and see if any of the lockers have been busted open or emptied or anything. Okay. Besides what equipment would normally be assigned by the duty roster.
Alright, so you crack it open using your all-access code. No, it's all there. No one's busted it open.
Okay. So can we just get an account of how many weapons would have been assigned in a standard duty shift?
Yeah, it was closer to like nighttime when no one should have been about. And so there would have been like 10 security guys on duty. So everyone about 10 guns should be gone. You assume that a lot of them, since most of the people should have been sleeping, the roster says that a lot of them would have been in the dorms watching, everyone. A couple of them would have been in the research area. And, there's one guy that's supposed to be in communications, just making sure no one breaks in.
Okay, so... That gives us an idea of, assuming nobody brought any external equipment into the facility, that gives us an idea of what we might run into. Or improvise stuff, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, someone must have brought something in. They probably didn't have nuclear weapons stored here, did they?
That's probably a good point. Do they have nuclear weapons?
No, they did not.
Yeah, okay, so someone brought something in.
How good are their fabbers, actually?
They are not good enough to produce bombs.
Okay.
They are good enough to produce, like, a pencil and, like, some snack food. They're like desktop fabbers, basically.
Okay. Right. So do the facility have any industrial level fabbers?
No.
Okay.
Most of that stuff is shipped from, like, the main base down to here. It's a little bit inefficient, but they don't, like, want to give scientists that much. They're kind of all about control.
Can we check the manifest for cargo subs and see the last maybe couple months before we lost communication with the base?
Yeah. You'd have to head back to...
Wouldn't security have a copy of this?
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, just how many cargo subs there were, if there was any sort of unusual amount, or any notes about any of them in the security records, anything like that.
Sure. Give me a infosec roll.
Visk, maybe you should try this.
Sure.
You see that you were looking for like oddly labeled or what?
Well, unusual activity in terms of like a sudden increase or decrease in the number of cargo subs, anything that security flagged for any reason, or anything that was like noted as, you know, being late or having additional cargo or anything like that, you know?
No, there didn't. Well, that's not true. Apparently, a couple people like placed orders while they were on leave, and then those orders, they had them scheduled to show up here. So that was irregular, but not like unexpected. Like people do that all the time.
And are those packages screened before entry?
Sort of. They respect their employees' privacy, so they aren't screened super vigorously. It's kind of like they need the researchers, and they realize that they don't have a lot of freedom. Like the researchers don't have a lot of freedom while they're here, so they kind of give them a little bit more leeway on leisure stuff, and it kind of helps that everyone knows everyone here. So it's kind of built on trust by this point. They've been around for at least 5 years. So.
Are the scientists' quarters communal or single rooms?
Communal.
Okay. So it would be fairly difficult for somebody to either store a Faber or a nuke without a private space to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So either somebody with access to a single room or somebody with a hidden storage area, I guess.
Do you voice these opinions?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, Cody immediately says, fucking researchers, man. They have their own labs. Like, they can get their own labs if they have an experiment they want to run. I'd check them out. Those guys, you can't trust them.
Okay. Well, I think we should check out the administrative. I mean, presumably the research facilities are the largest part of the base, right?
Yes.
So let's check out the administrative area first, and then do research last.
All right. So you go to the administrative. As you get closer, you get a weak signal that is not connected to the mesh. It's just one person who, is like hiding. And as you start to get closer, you start getting like a flurry of messages like, hello, are you from XenoPharma? Did the company send you?
Yes.
You need to save me. I'm the administrator of this whole facility.
Okay, we're coming.
Right,
where are you right now?
I'm in my office.
Okay, we're on our way.
Oh, thank God. Oh, oh, thank God. So you go and you see a man dressed in like ragged and torn XenoPharma rep outfit. It's the administrator of the whole thing, Enna Riverwen, and he says, "Oh, thank God."
Yes. Well, God had nothing to do with it, but
You're here to help, right?
yes,
yes.
We're trying to figure out what happened, and we're going to try to evacuate everyone who survived.
Oh my God.
Okay, do you have any? Can you provide us with any insight on what happened here? I mean,
I guess.
Were you here in your office when the bombs went off?
No. I was actually. He looks kind of embarrassed. He says I was down by the docking area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why were you in the docking area?
I was hitting on Ami.
I see.
And then we wanted to go somewhere a little bit more private. So we headed down to the docking area.
I see. Okay. And then what happened? You don't need to get into the particular details. I'm just interested in how it
Well,
relates to what happened.
We had just finished up. Um, we just finished up, and we were going back to the grand design when the area there was some explosions, and then there was a lot of flooding. And I closed the door and locked it, and pushed Emmy through, and closed the other door, and then I started getting reports that there was flooding in a couple areas. So I ran back to my office to see what can be done, and I've been here ever since trying to get everything back online.
So, why did you separate yourself from her?
She's just I don't want to sound harsh, but she's just a cook. I'm the administrator of this whole facility. It's my duty to protect myself and create backups of any information that might be lost due to facility loss. She's not as important as me or the research.
Wow, you're kind of a dick.
I would like to think I'm practical.
But why couldn't you have brought her with you? I mean, it seems like locking yourself up here while two of your employees are down there unable to access this part of the facility is kind of counterproductive.
He looks over to Cody and he says, I'd prefer to talk without him in here if we're going to talk about my employees.
Does Cody have a problem with this?
Yeah, he does. Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, okay. I don't really know what's going on here in terms of how the facility is being managed, but I think we need to focus on the goal of figuring out what happened and making sure that anyone who is still alive gets out safely. I think we can all agree about that, right?
Yes. And Cody mumbles, yeah.
Okay, great. So, is there anything you can tell us that would help us figure out what happened here?
Well, quite frankly, I couldn't be sure that she and Mr. Mason were not in on the whole thing. If you want me to be quite frank, I couldn't be sure that they weren't the ones causing the explosions. I had to separate myself from them to protect myself.
All right. That seems paranoid, but
yes, but I am also,
right now.
Have you ever worked with a hypercorp young lady?
Yes.
Then you should know that this is exactly as paranoid as you need
to be. Yeah. All right. Look. Let's get back to the real issues here. Well, for now, we're going to assume that no one here was involved with what happened. If there's any evidence to the contrary, we can deal with it when it arises. So, what information about the facility and its current operations do you have access to from here?
You've signed the confidentiality agreement.
Yes, we've signed the confidentiality agreement.
I assume you've signed the one I've signed. He needs to leave then. Mr. Mason needs to absolutely leave. What I can say cannot be heard by him. He's not cleared for it.
All right. I apologize to Cody and ask him if he could just step out while we discuss this.
Fine. Just whatever. So he steps outside. Riverwind closes the door and he says, all right, how much do you know about what XenoPharma actually does?
Not a ton.
In terms of the particulars, not a ton.
Well, you know that we make pharmaceuticals, correct?
Yes, well, yeah. We gathered that much. Beyond that, we don't really know much.
We also have been working on biological weapons and diseases that incorporate xenogenetics that can bypass transhuman machines and nanophages. Yes.
I see.
We were working on one such thing, and while I do not have direct evidence that it was the reason behind the explosions to destroy the base, I have a strong suspicion that it was.
All right. Can you tell us any more about that?
It's quite deadly. We've named it Izanagi 2.
Nailed it.
And it's quite deadly. Quite honestly, we were going to sell it to the highest bidder.
Well, that's reassuring.
Yes,
All right.
well, the company exists to make money. I'm sorry that we have disappointed you.
Yeah, well, look, it's neither here nor there right now. Is there anything more we need to know about Izanami?
Don't breathe it in. Don't touch it. Don't inject it. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't let it contact your eyes. Don't let it anywhere near you.
Where would it be stored in the facility?
Research and development.
Okay, and then we also have to assume that any containment procedure could have been, disrupted or damaged.
Yes.
Is a standard vac suit enough to protect against exposure to it?
What kind of filters do you have on your vac suit?
I don't know exactly.
Do you have medicines? Because
Factory default, presumably.
none of those. It was designed to get around transhuman countermeasures.
Right, I understand that, but I just mean if we're completely sealed from the environment.
Possibly. I would hope so. Yes.
Okay, so it can't eat through. I mean, it's only a biological agent, right? It's not.
Yes.
No,
currently.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
How many people knew about this?
Just the team working on it and myself.
How many of the researchers were on the team working on it?
We had dedicated 5 to working on it. And we had screened them beforehand. There were no ethical arguments about it.
Oh, well, that's great.
Well, like I have said, I'm sorry I've disappointed you.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry that you care so much about my opinion. Look, clearly the ethics of the situation don't matter at this point. So
Obviously.
We're just interested in finding out who did this exactly. Now, okay, let me just think for a second. I assume you're probably not going to volunteer to accompany us due to how, important you are.
A very perceptive guess.
All right, so I suppose you can just wait here if you'd like. Alternatively, we're fairly certain that the public areas of the facility are safe, so you could go down and wait with Emmy, or whatever her name is.
No, thank you.
All right. Is there anything else we need from him? Do you think? Oh, well, no. If someone did something, do you have any ideas, Rogue?
I kind of want to find out what the administrative center is still connected to, and if there's anyone else in here.
No, as far as I know, there's no one else here besides we're just connected to security, and that's about it. It's mostly just my office and some of my assistants and minor bureaucrats, but
so
yes?
He said he was trying to restore control of the facility. Has he accomplished anything?
No, someone has already implemented a mesh, and as far as I can tell, I've done a look over of it. Uh, it appears like I was going to incorporate into my mesh network and connect the areas, but someone's installed a stupid backdoor in it that they apparently think I wouldn't notice. So I have not connected it with that yet. So, because that would be just a security hazard.
So there's a backdoor in the mesh network that's been
Yeah,
established?
you find out who set it up, you tell them that they're fucking idiots.
Okay. So we're done here then.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. We'll get into contact with you again if we have more questions.
By the way, are there any industrial capacity fabbers on this station?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Right. Let's go, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah?
I was just going to say, we could also, if we really wanted to, it might not really be productive, but we could investigate the dorms, even though they're flooded. If we'd probably have to go to the outside of the facility and then, like, swim around. But
Well, as long as the airlock's functional, we could go in that way.
But is there an airlock between different sections of the
Yes,
facility?
there is.
I'm assuming they're sane so that they do have that set up.
Yeah, there
Okay.
is.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay, then in that case, we could just go in.
So, okay, we're doing go research or dorms.
Hang on. The areas we know are flooded are the dorms and the docking bay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But there could
Actually,
also
you know
be
what
other
else is
areas
attached
flooded.
to administration? The
What?
comms. The comms.
Oh, okay. Yes, let's go check out the
I
comms.
completely forgot about that. Okay. You go to comms.
Oh yeah, and Cody's back with us now, right?
Yeah, he is. He says.
Okay.
Can you tell me?
Oh
what
wait,
that
we
was?
should tell him about the back door then.
Yeah.
Did he set up the back door?
Yeah, he smiles sheepishly. He says, yeah, that was me. I was hoping that when it would be too distracting for anyone to notice, and that they'd use it as the basis for the new mesh when they set this place back up, and that I would just be able to borrow money from the company, you know.
Wow, why would you admit that to us?
Because you seem like nice people who won't turn in.
Yeah, no, that's probably true, but yeah, okay. Let's keep
Listen,
going then.
did you tell him that I was the one that set up the mesh?
No, we didn't.
Okay, then there's no problem, right?
I suppose. I mean, unless you think that'll come out at some point, because people probably wonder there aren't that many people who could have set it up.
Now that I know that they found it, I will just erase any evidence that I was there. So yeah, thanks.
Okay, there you go.
All except for the fact that there are only 2 people with physical access to the area where you set up the mesh. And only one person with the technical capacity to do it.
Yeah. No, you'll vouch for me, right?
Sure, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Let's go to the comm area.
Okay, so you're going to the comms area.
Yep.
The door is like partly open. What do you do?
Open it more?
Alright.
Look through it first.
Okay, you see a figure slumped over a table. He's sitting in a chair and he's slumped over. And you see there is an idling servitor right next to it.
Let's go say hello.
When you open the door, the servitor turns to you and says, hello. Hello. I am memory error.
Hello, memory error.
No, that is not my name. My name is Memory Error.
I see. Can I call you Joe?
That is acceptable.
Okay. Joe, what is your role here on the facility?
I help. I am a helper. I cannot do any harm. I am a helper.
Okay.
Could you specify what tasks you help with?
Sometimes I bring food. Sometimes I bring tools or other important things to people. I'm a helper.
Okay,
Why
good
are
to
you
know.
in communications?
I am a helper.
What were you tasked to do when you went to communications?
I was tasked to help. Help.
In what regard?
I am a helper.
What specific task were you assigned to help with in communications?
Memory error.
Okay. Maybe we should address the issue of the dead body right in front of us.
He's sleeping. I had to help him sleep.
I check if he's actually sleeping.
No, he's dead.
Okay. How did he die? Is it obvious?
Someone strangled him.
I see.
Like metal.
Can I?
hands. Yeah.
Yes. So it looked like perhaps a servitor strangled him.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Okay. Joe, would it be okay if we looked at your CP or your memory or something?
No, I'm a helper.
Insides?
I'm a helper. You're not helping.
I'm not a helper though, so it's okay. You can help. You can help me. Do you want to help me?
Yes. No. I can't help by letting you. No.
Joe, we're instituting a program of energy conservation on the station. Could you help by disabling yourself until such time as you're needed?
Of course. I love to help, and then it shuts down.
Well done. Okay, let's open it up. I don't know how is information like these guys must have.
They have
computer brains,
yeah,
cyber brains.
Yeah, they have a cyber brain.
Okay. Can we look at it?
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
Get
Yeah,
into it.
Give me interfacing followed by infosec.
You want it? Yeah.
Well, I did not. I think I succeeded on the first one. Oh no, I didn't even succeed on the first one. Well, why don't you try? Wow, we suck.
Let's see, on interfacing.
Maybe I have a bonus.
I have a 65, so if I have any bonus, this works. Plus 10 to interfacing tests that involve diagnosing or repairing tech.
Okay, yeah.
I would say that qualifies, yeah.
Yeah, no, I say so too.
So, both those
What the
succeed.
fuck is up with Joe?
So, you know that most robots and AIs are made with like Asimov's laws, 3 laws of robotics, like don't harm
Right.
humans. Those are a thing that people are like, yeah, this is probably a good, after the Titans, this is probably a good thing to incorporate,
Right.
So we're gonna do that. Someone has messed with those by basically deleting parts of the laws and like fucking with its brain so that it can kill humans, but it thinks that it's helping them go to sleep.
I see. All right. Can we figure out what its actual name is?
It didn't have a name. It just had a
Does it
serial.
have
Just had a serial number.
stored footage of what it was doing in communications at the time of when we saw the servitor going into communications?
Yeah. So you look through its eyes, and it's holding a glass of warm milk and a pillow. You notice that none of that stuff is here. There's like no spilled milk or no pillow.
I see.
Did it do anything to the communications equipment besides just strangling the communications operator?
After it was done putting the officer to sleep, it went over and just basically like started helping repair the whole thing, and it thought by repairing it, it was like destroying it basically. So it just went and smashed a bunch of shit.
Okay. Well, this guy's not getting turned back on anytime soon.
Can I install a code lock that would prevent him from being turned on without our signal?
Yeah, sure. You're already in his brain, so you just do it.
Okay, so there's only the one dead guy here.
Yep.
Wasn't there supposed to be a guard in communications?
Well,
is this guy the guard?
Yeah,
or the...
this guy's the guard.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Does he have his weapon with him?
No, he does not.
Interesting.
Does it say what weapon was assigned to him?
Yeah, it does.
No, okay. Is that the same weapon that
Cody has?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's possibly a little worrisome, but then again, Cody shouldn't have been able to get here, so it's possible someone else just took the weapon and then discarded it and Cody picked it up.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the equipment, I guess. I mean, is it beyond repair within any reasonable time frame?
You would need parts.
Yeah,
you need parts and time, basically.
Right. Okay. So we're not repairing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess there's not much more we can do here then.
Nope. Where do you want to go?
I guess. Well, we could check out the dorms. If we want to see a lot of dead people.
Yeah. Do you want to see a lot of dead people? Here, let me warm up my stress rolls.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I suppose we're obligated to check to see if there's any like section of it that could have been sealed off and someone survived.
Yeah. There's that. There's also, although I mean, ultimately we might not be the ones who are best equipped to do that. I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking, because eventually we are gonna just go back up and then let them know, and then presumably send more people down if we can figure out what happened and ensure they're safe. So we don't necessarily need to find everyone who's alive. If there's someone locked in a random room who's okay. I'm just thinking.
See, so what?
Did we bring the extra diving suit with us? Or I guess we could go back and get it if we needed to.
You could go back and get it.
Julia, so just to clarify, besides the parts of the station we've already been to, the only other parts are research in the dorms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, with radiation sense, are we able to basically triangulate where exactly the bomb in docking was set off, and if there's any bombs that we're closer to other than the one in docking that were set off?
Yeah. No, it looks like they just blew up docking and probably the dorms. The idea probably being, don't let anyone get out and kill as many people as possible.
Okay. Well, I guess if we look at possible motivations for this, it could be destruction of the bioweapon, it could be theft of the bioweapon, or it could be unrelated to the bioweapon, but I think that's rather unlikely.
I feel like theft of the bioweapon seems more likely than destruction of it.
Well, in that case, they would need either to have accessed docking before the detonation or to have an alternate method of transportation or an alternate method of docking.
Right. I mean,
Unless they just transmitted the information that would allow them to make this.
Yeah, that is also. I mean,
So if someone got a QE common, they could use that. Or
I mean,
something?
I suppose it could have been. It just seems like it's less likely that the objective was to destroy it, just because it seems like it would be unnecessary to do so much damage just to destroy the bioweapon. I mean, presumably, if what you wanted to do is destroy the bioweapon, you would just plant a bomb where it would destroy the bioweapon and kill the 5 researchers or whatever who knew about it. Right? Like that seems like the most reasonable. Like killing everyone in the facility and preventing anyone from escaping seems. I mean, it seems like the only reason to do that is if you're doing more than just trying to destroy something and kill a few people, which is all you'd really need to do.
I guess it's theoretically possible that the company carried it out to keep the secret, but again, this seems vastly excessive to that.
No,
And also, they're destroying a huge amount of their own property, so.
Yeah, I feel like, given how isolated and secretive they are to begin with, there were probably easier ways to do that if they wanted to. Yeah,
So,
it's always fun to have people speculate about mysteries that you know the answer to.
No, I just like it when my players speculate, actually. Means I'm doing a good job.
So, let's see, we know of 3 people who are alive and 1 person who is definitely dead. And is there...
There were 2 people who are definitely dead. There was also the guy in the porthole or whatever that we saw.
Yeah. Well, do we know how many people would have been assigned to not be in quarters? Obviously, anybody could not be in quarters for whatever reason.
Well, we know that the security guards, at least a couple of them were in research.
Yeah. Well, we know there were, probably 2 or 3 security guards. Were there any researchers who were assigned shifts during this time?
Were there any researchers?
Roster?
Yeah, let me look real quick. There was there's Cheshire, you, who is a weirdo, Argonaut, who basically kind of accidentally sort of ended up here. We thought it was a different gig, but he's actually kind of likes it. So, and Theodora Simon.
Sorry. Theodora?
Yeah, Theodora.
Are you trying to scare me?
No, it's just the name.
Okay.
What do you have against the Byzantines, Visk?
That's terrifying. Okay, yeah, no, it's just a name. It's just a name. It's okay. Artemis is visibly shaken.
Wasn't that the name that crazy AI took on that planet we went to?
Maybe.
The one that copied your ego?
Yeah, weird how that happened. Anyway, okay, that's fine. So there's a couple people who, at least those 2.
Okay, any maintenance staff or just anybody else?
No, most of them were sleeping or they got caught up in awful shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like you said. It's also possible that other people, could have just been there without being
for, benevolent or otherwise reasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they're scientists. They probably work on stuff at weird hours all the time.
Yeah. So I guess we want to check out research then?
All right.
I guess. I mean, I don't think we're going to get that much out of going to the dorms, to be honest.
All right. So you head down to research.
And we probably can't let anybody in except us?
So not even Cody.
No, we'll bring Cody.
Does Cody have a vac suit?
No, he does not.
But hang on. Oh, right. Well,
Remember that research could have been exposed to the bioweapon?
well, is the diving suit a? Well, are there? First of all, wouldn't there be vac suits like maybe in security or something in case of, dangerous chemicals being released? That seems likely.
Yeah. Do you really want to bring him with you? He does have the gun of the dude that was strangled.
Well,
Do we want to leave him here alone with the other two people and the potential ability to seal us in research?
does he have the ability to seal this research?
I mean, he could, break the door.
I suppose.
I guess I do have super
Does
thermite.
he want to come with us?
Yeah, he wants to go everywhere with you. It's like, yeah, you need a vac suit. Or like a hazmat suit.
I don't know. What do you think, Rogue?
I think it might be safer to have him with us than leaving him back at the facility.
Okay, let's take him with us. We can just make sure that one of us is always keeping an eye on him.
Okay. So you go to research. You get immediately pinged by a mesh network that was set up. It's weaker than the one Cody set up, but you get pinged, and two people. You get something from Theodora. It says hello.
Hello?
You're with XenoPharma, right?
We're contractors with them, yes.
What's your clearance level?
The highest?
Can you provide me proof of that, please? I cannot let anyone in that does not.
We probably should have gotten the names of the people who involved with the bioweapon thing from the administrator. Oh
Yep.
well. I'm assuming she's one of them, but we can't. Well, okay.
That probably would that be in the personnel files they sent us?
Yeah, she's involved.
Oh really? I would have figured that would be like so top secret that.
No, it just
Well,
says.
I assume we would have at least gotten the team that was working on it, and then we could just cross-reference that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she's one of the people who's working on it.
Was the other person part of the team as well?
No, he was not.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, we give her our credentials or whatever, I guess.
Okay, she says, okay. Everyone with you is cleared to come in this area. Cody looks annoyed. Like, yeah, just open up. Says, Mr. Mason, is that you? You're not cleared for this.
Oh. All right. Maybe Cody should wait outside then.
Fucking researchers.
Sorry, Cody.
Whatever. It's not your fault. You just gotta follow company fucking policy, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll be waiting. The door opens, and you see someone who is in a gray morph. So, looks like an alien. She says, hello. I'm Theodora.
Hello.
I'm Theodora. I assume you've read up on me, so that's all the introduction we need.
Wait, we haven't read up on her. Let's read up on her quickly. I failed to read up on her.
No, you just...
Let me give it a shot.
Wait, but we already found her in the personnel.
Yeah, you already found her.
Okay.
I don't feel like we should really need to roll for these.
Yeah, no, you've already found these people.
Okay.
She just works a lot. She's devoted to her work. So, she was like headhunted by XenoPharma.
Where is she from?
She is from, Luna.
Okay.
So she says, yes. So you read up on me. That's fine. You are appraised of the Izanagi situation.
Yes.
I'm happy to tell you that there has not been any breach. There were bombs planted here, but I was able to defuse them.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Yes.
So do you know of who's alive in the research area?
It's myself and Cheshire U. And she says that name with like distaste.
I see. So there's no one else in the research area.
No, there's not, to my knowledge.
Okay. Geez, that means 5 survivors for the entire facility. That's kind of depressing. Well, unless there's someone alive somewhere in the dorms, I guess. But okay. So there's been no breach. There hasn't been anything that's gone missing or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Can we see the bombs that you defused?
Yes.
Okay.
She takes you to them. There's a guy who's like an unhuman meld of technology and biology, and he looks up. He's like, "Sup? You gonna show these guys the bombs?"
You're Cheshire U?
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Yes, we want to look at the bombs.
Okay. He points to him. He says, "Yeah, right there. What do you want?"
I assume Adrian will be the one taking a look at them.
Yeah.
Probably. So what would that be?
Demolitions.
Success.
Yeah, they've been diffused expertly.
Do they look like the kind of bombs that it would expect based on what we already looked at?
Yeah, they look like what you'd expect.
Are there just 2? How many are there?
Enough that would cause the kind of devastation that you'd need. That's my answer, because I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. But like enough to cause the same amount of damage as...
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've been assuming that was 1 bomb each in those 2 areas. But that's fine then. Because I was thinking maybe it meant something if they put a bunch of bombs here and only 1 in each of the other areas.
Nope. There's just enough to explode things.
Okay. So when did you discover the bombs?
He looks a little bit uncomfortable. He says, I discovered them shortly, like before. I don't know, I just did. She's obviously lying. She's really bad at it.
Okay, you need to tell us the truth.
I don't think you believe me.
I think I would.
I kind of just knew where to find them before they needed to be found.
I see. Okay. Can I speak to you privately? Just 2 of us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, I go off with her.
Okay.
And ask her a few questions about, do you ever, just know things without having any way to actually have found that information?
Yes, I'm just kind of intuitive. I guess it served me well today, right?
Yeah. Where did you grow up?
I grew up on the moon. No. Is that not in my personnel files?
I mean, where were you born?
Luna.
What year?
It's like a couple years before the fall. What does this have to do with finding the culprit?
Because I also have, intuition.
Oh, really?
Like you're talking about, and I think it has something to do with my childhood and where I grew up.
Well, I remember being like 10 when the fall happened. So that doesn't fit with the timeline of the walls.
No, I know. Okay. Well, Maybe I'm wrong then. Never
Yeah,
mind.
okay. We used to live close to New Mumbai. You know, New Mumbai? Quarantine
Uh,
zone.
should I know that?
Yeah, it's a quarantine zone full of Titan shit. It got heavily
Oh,
bombed.
okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. Don't worry. I'm not suspicious of how you found the bombs. I completely understand.
Okay. I mean, if you understand, maybe you should tell me. It's, I don't understand.
I think. Well, I mean, I don't fully understand.
Oh, okay.
Some of us. I've met a couple other people who are the same way. We know things
Oh,
sometimes,
you're
or
intuitive. Okay.
yeah.
Uh, what does
Um,
that have to do with growing up on the moon?
uh, I don't know. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay. Well,
Don't worry about
okay.
it.
I guess I don't see what this line of questioning has to do with anything.
It's all right. It's probably not related to anything that's happened
Okay,
here.
that's
Just
fine.
lucky that you were able to defuse the bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we head back,
Right.
and I just say, yeah, her story checks out.
Okay, so the question is, how did these get here? Now, I can think of a couple plausible scenarios, but
Yeah. Well, okay. So can you show us? I mean, has she moved the bombs at all? Or
Yeah, she has moved them to this area.
okay, can you show us exactly where they were planted?
Yeah, she shows you. It's near like a area critical type deal to do the most damage.
Okay, makes sense.
and was
Uh,
it like buried deep within something? Like, did it show signs of being a long-term installed thing, or was it just recently added?
I don't know. You'd have to ask someone that deals with
Well,
that, like uh, Mr. Mason.
I was gonna examine the
Oh, okay, yeah. Give me hardware industrial.
success.
Yeah, it looks like these particular ones have been there for a while.
okay. Who would have had access to
Well, I mean, researchers.
any researcher?
Yeah, any researcher. The systems engineer would have provisional access to here if we needed something fixed. Administration, obviously, would have access. Security would have access.
All right. There were supposed to be security officers assigned here during the night when the bombs went off. Do you know where they are or why they weren't here?
I didn't see any security.
Is there usually security here?
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's kind of weird that there wasn't any security.
Okay.
Well, I'm starting to have a couple suspicions. I don't know about you, Vince.
Yeah.
All right, would you like to vocalize those suspicions, like for me, the GM?
Okay, well, the fact that the bomb was buried here for a long time suggests, and that they were buried all around the facility, to me suggests signs of, like, a termination plan in case something goes horribly wrong. And this is a bad enough secret that they might use those in some circumstance.
Yeah.
The
Well,
fact that they tried to destroy the lab and failed implies that somebody, I think, was trying to destroy most of the facility.
yeah. One thing is that I'm thinking of, and maybe it's not the case, but it could be that the bombs were intended as a last resort, to destroy the facility in case something went wrong or whatever. But then were used by someone else.
Yeah. One thing I am suspicious of is the administrator survived and the chief engineer survived. Two people who would be critical to carrying out anything like that. We also know there is at least some type of foul play because somebody knocked out communications, and we know a bot was intentionally modified to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I guess some of the scientists would have that capacity, and the chief engineer would probably also have that capacity.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, and then the fact that the guards weren't here. I mean, I could have seen some kind of scenario where the administration basically made it so that everybody would die except the people in the general areas. But I don't... Those guards weren't posted to the general areas. And they were intending to blow up science anyway, so I don't see any reason why those guards wouldn't have been assigned to science.
Yeah.
Because if they're in the dorms, they die anyway. And we didn't see them anywhere else on the station.
Let's talk to Cheshire. Because
Okay.
we haven't really talked to him yet.
Oh.
I don't know.
Just one other thing is that also there could be bombs in the administration wing in the general quarters too.
I suppose. Yeah, okay, let's talk to Cheshire, just see if he has any light to shed on the situation. So, hey, Cheshire.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little about what you do here?
I'm like a gene hacker type deal.
I see. Okay. Where were you when the explosions went off? Just around here, I presume?
Yeah, some of my cyber stuff needed recharging, so I was in here doing a little bit of work and recharging at the same time.
Okay. And what did you do when you heard the explosions?
When I heard the explosions, I fucking panicked and was pretty sure I was gonna die. So I was panicking. Yeah, I was panicking.
Okay, fair enough. And then eventually you realized you weren't dying, and you just met up with Theodora at some point?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any information that you think might be helpful for us, or like should know?
Don't trust anyone because everyone's assholes. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Fair enough. Okay. Okay, so that wasn't really helpful. What? Okay.
Right. What do you
I
guys?
sort of feel like we've, well, not hit a dead end. I mean, I guess we could go to the dorms and see if we can find anything there.
I would like to actually take a look at the bombs for a bit.
Okay. What do you want?
I thought you already did.
But not just like to make sure they're diffused, but actually to see if there's anything I can glean from bombs. Like, are these Faber manufactured? Are these imported? Like,
Okay. You already rolled
Stuff like-
demolitions, right? Why
Yeah.
did you give me like a infosec?
success?
Alright. It appears that the bombs are all like linked together. Like when one goes off, the other ones start timing down. But you can tell that someone tried to stop that. Like besides Theodora, like stopping them, someone had tried to stop them prior.
Just these ones specifically?
Yeah, just these ones.
Huh. That does play into Viscardus' theory about somebody exploiting the Fall Black plan to try and potentially, I guess, steal the stuff. Do we know if any of the substance was taken? Is it all accounted for?
It's all accounted for. It looks like the most they could do with the bombs was make the timer last a little bit longer, which might explain why Theodora had enough time to disarm them.
So why would somebody need access to the research labs for a little bit longer, but without having the ability to just disable the bomb, or without wanting to do that?
Well, it's extremely possible they weren't intelligent enough to do it themselves.
Right. Well, they might have wanted to do so, but, I mean, if it was like the administration, they would presumably have the capacity to just do that.
You also see that they have a trigger that can be done from like a distance away.
What distance?
You can give me an idea check.
Okay. Success?
Probably from like the main HQ on the surface. So you can go ask the administration if they knew about the bombs.
Yeah.
Can I also just check to see the network that these bombs were hooked into? Are there any other bombs besides the ones we know detonated?
No, there was the 3. This one, and then the 2 that actually exploded.
Okay, I think we should go back and ask the administrator some questions.
Okay.
Would you guys like to come with us?
I'm okay here. Says both of them. They're both okay here.
All right, let's go back out and see if Cody is trying to kill us.
Right. You go out and there's no sign of Cody.
Cody.
That's bad.
Cody. Okay, there's also no sign of him being, like, killed, though, right?
No, there's no sign of him being killed.
Okay, so he just left for some reason.
Are all the other areas in the labs locked, or?
Yeah, he was locked out of the labs, so. Give me a infosec check.
Success.
Also success.
Alright. It looks like Cody had, basically, he was kind of mad that he wasn't allowed in there. And so he spent some time trying to get cameras online, it looks like, and he might have caught some of your conversation before the cameras shit out on him. You don't know.
Oh, that's not very good.
So, you can make a guess to where he's gone.
He might be going to the administrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go there now, quickly.
We should probably also seal the science room behind us.
I assumed it would do that automatically.
Yeah. No, do you run to the administrator's office?
Well, I mean, wouldn't Cody still be locked out of administration?
Yeah, you would hope, unless he's really good at lying and he says that he's here to get something for you guys.
Or he's the chief engineer and can hack or mechanically bypass the door.
Okay, yeah, let's go there.
Or the administrator is setting him up to look like a jerk and invited him in.
Let's go.
You pretty much determined that like the people that can do it are either Cody or Riverwind. So
or a combination.
Yeah, or a combination of them.
Let's go there.
And it might be so Cody might be trying to kill his partner, or it could be a setup. So yeah, you run and you get there, and your worst nightmares are confirmed. Cody's holding a gun at Riverwind, who's sitting in his desk holding a gun at Cody, and they're staring at each other. And Cody says, I heard what you said. I'm pretty sure it's him. And Riverwind's looking at Cody and going, you ran in here and put a gun on me. And he's like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You're the one who did it. You.
Why don't you both go ahead and put your guns down?
Are you leveling your gun at them?
is totally going to turn out to be what's her name, the bartender.
Oh, as the person in power armor carrying an assault rifle,
Yeah,
I think you guys should put your guns down.
I think you guys should listen to him.
All right. So they carefully put their guns down.
Okay. I think secrecy is kind of out the window at this point. So, Mr. Administrator, were these bombs an intentional part of the facility as like failsafe?
All right. This is where you guys not having a kinesics check is gonna fuck you up. He says I was completely unaware of them, and Cody goes, "That's bullshit. You knew about them."
That's why we need Brutus here.
Yeah, he's trying to steal the I found out what it was. The virus, right?
I'm gonna collect their guns, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. They're just like standing still. You might want to send Vis to collect their guns, because yeah, they might try and punch you and take the guns. And then Riverone goes, the fact that he even knows about the virus implies that he's been doing. And he goes, yeah, I found out about it, but I would never fucking blow people up for it. So.
Also, where did the administrator's gun come from?
He had one in his desk.
Okay.
Like, I believe Mr. Mason here is, trying to frame me. It just depends on who you believe, really, honestly.
Well, see, I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we put you both under arrest, and until such time as we can determine further evidence.
Cody looks like absolutely like torn up. He's like, "What are you talking about? You can trust me."
I don't know that we can trust anyone. Yeah, look, I think you both need to come with us.
Well, I have a question for both of you. Visk, who does Artemis think did it?
She doesn't know.
What about Adrian?
I'm kind of suspicious that both of them were involved in it to some degree, and that there was some sort of falling out. I'm still trying to figure out what the motive would have been.
I honestly don't think it's either of them.
I mean, I don't see what motive either of them would have had.
I can give you an idea. Well, it would have helped if you had kinesics checks. I can give you an idea check, though, Rogue.
Okay. I mean, the only thing I can see is somebody transporting information about the composition of the virus.
Yeah. You start to realize that either one of them could have rearranged the guard schedules. Cody's pretty good at hacking. The administrator could literally just change it so that there were no guards there.
That does explain why they wanted no guards there, because they wanted to access the gene bank.
Because they couldn't explode. They couldn't stop the explosion. They gave themselves more time. The problem is then they could both go back and change it so that it looked like the guards were supposed to be on duty there.
See, the thing is, the administrator doesn't need to go to that extent to get access to the sequence.
You probably also realize with your check that there's a good level of like division.
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense that he wouldn't have access to everything automatically. The only thing I'm wondering though is, wouldn't Theodora have known if someone took or accessed the lab that Izanami is stored in?
Yeah. The idea though is, since you made the idea check, you get the basic idea that if one of them did do it, since they couldn't disarm the bombs completely, they were just going to let them explode and destroy all the evidence that someone had been in there. The fact that Theodora was there and is apparently mildly async enough to intuition that something bad is going to happen was not part of their plan.
But so did Theodora see anyone there?
No, they might have went to try and sneak in and realized that Theodora had fucked up their plan.
Okay, but that also, hang on, that also assumes, I assume the administrator can access research,
Yes.
right? Even if he's not supposed to.
Yeah.
But Cody can't, as far as we know.
Well, Cody can hack his way into something, make a forged pass.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if he's the administrator on the mainframe, then he can do whatever he wants, really. The other thing is that the communications equipment, was it knocked out before the bomb was altered?
No. It looks like the bomb was altered, like, way beforehand.
Okay.
So it was like a long-term scheme.
The communications equipment, they can't knock it. The only way you could knock it out before transmitting the evidence is basically one of a couple options. One, they have a QE comm or some other form of long-range communication. Two, they're carrying it with them in person. Or three, they used the communications equipment before they broke it. Or I guess four, they weren't able to get the stuff at all.
Yeah, you don't.
But they would still have to have had a method to deliver.
Yes.
In case they succeeded.
Yeah.
But it looks
so
like
we
they
can
yeah.
search Cody and the administrator and their offices and see if they have a QE comm or a, like, you know, the virus data.
Well, it looks like they didn't even get into there because...
Yeah, they didn't get the data, right?
Okay.
We know that they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't because they
well,
weren't
they would have
expecting...
had something to store the data. Or something to transmit it.
Well,
regardless of whether they actually got it.
The thing that does throw a bit more suspicion on Cody is that the robot was reprogrammed. Which presumably he'd be more capable of doing, but we don't know that for certain.
You can just have them both arrested and call it a day.
We don't know for sure it's one of them though.
You're pretty certain.
It could be the bartender.
Why?
Because she's very suspicious. Why? Okay, riddle me this, Julia. Why would she be sleeping with the administrator when he's clearly such an asshole?
Maybe she just wants a leg up with her job. Or maybe she legitimately likes him.
Wow. Terrible.
When I reveal how this scenario was set up, you're gonna hit yourself in the face.
Maybe.
No, I know you will.
I mean, what do we know about
this scenario was set up to allow Brutus to make kinesics checks for us.
Yeah.
Also, do we find any sort of communicator on them or discrete form of data storage?
Yeah, there's an ecto on Cody, and he's like, well, yeah, it's an ecto. I fucking would have it, obviously. It's fucking, and it's like heavily encrypted. And he's like, well, yeah, because I'm a fucking administrator for this fucking system. Any of my notes would need to be encrypted. So then you find a QE on, what do you call him? On Riverwind, and he goes, well, yeah, obviously I would have one to keep in contact with the home office. But
your communication systems aren't sufficient for that?
Okay, fine. There's a little bit of corporate espionage for the Gonin group, okay? Sometimes you have to play ball to get things done. That's just how it is. Alright?
Another thing that sheds suspicion on Cody is that he has the gun, which we now know the administrator has his own gun. So he presumably wouldn't have a ton of reason to take one off of the corpse.
Hey, I found it on the ground. He could have just planted it there to throw suspicion on whoever picked it up. You would want a gun in a situation like this, wouldn't you?
I mean, Cody wasn't supposed to be in this area, right?
Right.
He said he was only here because he was an insomniac. So
Yep.
why would the administrator go to all this length of framing Cody if he didn't know Cody was supposed to be there?
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. He's right. It's definitely him. The administrator goes, he changed his schedule. When he has bouts of insomnia, he changes his schedule, like, earlier. He fucking switched with someone. It's public record.
But my point is, if the administrator didn't know he was here, the administrator had no motive to frame him. Therefore, it's unlikely the administrator was framing him. Therefore, it was probably Cody.
Alright, well, who do you think it is?
I have to agree that it's probably Cody, but I think we should arrest them both and bring everyone back up to the surface.
Well, we can only carry 2 people with us back up, but we can send... I think we should take those 2 back up.
Well, yes.
Okay. So you bring them back up to the surface, and they say, so what happened?
Well, could we get those 2 secured for a while we have a private conversation?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So, the facility was experienced the detonation of several tactical nuclear weapons, which we believe to have been implanted in the facility for a long period of time. The most likely motive was an attempt to steal a certain, genetic code from the facility. I think you know which one we're talking about.
Yes.
And there is circumstantial evidence that could suggest that either the administrator, Cody, or both were involved in this. And I guess I'll run out the information we've gone over just now and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are 3 other known survivors, and although we did not investigate the dormitories, which were completely flooded and may have additional survivors.
Okay.
So yeah.
Alright, 10 X rep for saving people. Or you can take it in corporate, if you would like.
I don't think I have much need for corporate, so...
Okay. So...
You really need to tell us how this was set up so I can kick myself for not figuring it out.
Okay, hold on. Now we gotta do res.
Okay.
So everyone gets 2 res.
Okay, well, I will give one to Rogue for... there's a few things, really. Well, I guess for being a smug engineer, first of all, and getting us onto that ship to get to the swarm. And what else? Also for doing a pretty good job of mystery solving, especially towards the end when I was pretty stumped. So I'll give him a couple for that.
Okay.
I think that brings him up to 4. 2 plus 2.
I will give Visk a point for successfully dealing with the asshole who's modifying the alien mice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will give let's see. I will give Visk a point for discovering another async and
Who creepily is named Theodora.
Yeah. So
figuring out more about asyncs and their abilities.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well, God, there's must be more. I'll give another one to Rogue for diffusing the situation right at the end.
Okay.
By having a much heavier weapon than either of them did.
Okay, Rogue's at 5 res. So Visc is at 4.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Don't leave me hanging.
Let me think. I have a nomination I can give. Calm the fuck down. Let me think of what you did. Trying to think here. I liked you finally learning where Dragon Cat came from.
Yes, that was good.
It was good. I think that's a major plot point that outweighs far more than what happened. So everyone gets 5 reps. And everyone that is here gets 10 extra for 10 soup. Okay, now